At the Okoli Law Group, we specialize in producing justice. If you or a loved one in the Atlanta metro area is facing serious criminal charges, then you need serious legal representation.
The Okoli Law Group is here for you. The Okoli Law Group is here for us.
The Okoli Law Group, serious legal representation.
Ẹ̀kọ́ ló láyé táwa yìí sẹ́, ẹ̀kọ́ dára púpọ̀, ẹ̀kọ́ ló láyé táwa yìí sẹ́, ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dẹni gíga, ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dépò ọlá, ẹ̀dá kúnyé ẹ̀yìn òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa, ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dẹni gíga, ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dépò ọlá, ẹ̀dá kúnyé ẹ̀yìn òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa. Ẹ̀dá kúnyé ẹ̀yìn òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa.
Really love this brand because first off, the products are quality. I have amazing hydration. You guys can see the shine. You guys can see the definition.
Guys, we are live again. Dynasty Mirror, search for Uhuru. Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining. Do me a favor. Please hit that like button again. Please hit that like button. Also make sure you share and make sure you subscribe. I know it's been a while. Shoot, the last time I went live it's been about 3 weeks, and I want to apologize, but I was so busy with the tour. Then I got back to America last week, had to get settled. But listen, we're here. We are here. We are live. Before we get started, I got a couple of announcements. Announcement number one, we are rolling two. Guys, listen, I haven't officially announced this yet. But Sierra Leone, as far as for citizenship, guys, is looking like it's a go. Now, I'm gonna have to probably tweak the dates a little bit, so it's more than likely we'll fly out on November 25th. But Sierra Leone is looking like a go, you guys, for citizenship in November. Still waiting on an official announcement, but we had a meeting with the tour operators about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago while I was in Nigeria. And yeah, it's looking good. So Sierra Leone, y'all, is more than likely going to be November 25th through December 7th instead of November 24th. And we'll fly out to JFK. So to learn more, please visit Danfo, DANFO. .Africa. Again, please visit Danfo, DANFO.Africa to learn more. We are also rolling to Zanzibar next month, September 22nd through October 1st. If you're interested in joining us, please visit Danfo.Africa. And for next year, we're rolling back to Zanzibar, April 20th through the 29th, I believe. Then we're going to, not Zanzibar, Sierra Leone, I'm sorry. We're rolling back to Sierra Leone, April 20th to the 29th. We're going to Benin for the Voodoo Festival, January 3rd to the 12th. Then we're going to Senegal in June 1st to the 10th. And then Nigeria, August 3rd through the 12th. So that's what's on tap. You can learn more by visiting Danfo.Africa. Magnifi. Bad Boys 4 made budget in 2 days. Nollywood is just as garbage as Hollywood. Yeah, but we're going to get into that because what's the guy's name? In fact, we'll get to the video here shortly because it's more of a reaction video. You know, the guy makes a great point. What's it? I can't think of his name. I'll have the video up here shortly. But please visit Danfo.Africa to learn more. We will love to have you guys. Love for you guys to come and join our tour. We had a great time in Nigeria. Again, we had a great time, an excellent time in Nigeria. You know, I'll be posting the content. I'll be posting the shorts. If you're not following me on Instagram or Facebook, please, is Prince Dynasty Mir. I'll be putting the footage up there as well. But yeah, we had a great time. Shout out to Juanita in the chat room. And guys, with Sierra Leone, I can't announce. There's some changes that are going to be made as well, which are actually pretty good. Good news for many. But you know, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, let's jump into it. So I saw this. This came across my feed. TK Kirkland, that's his name. TK Kirkland. This video, this interview, with this clip from an interview, popped up on my feed last night, and I thought it was very interesting because I've always been speaking on the importance of Black Hollywood connecting with Nollywood. And listen, Nollywood, Nigeria, Africa, I know it's not perfect. I know it's not. But Nigeria, even with its faults, is still the largest, blackest country on the planet. And so you cannot count out Nigeria. And we've had these discussions before. And TK Kirkland brought up some great points in this video, this clip that we're going to play right now. That just made all of it. And what he was saying is something I've been saying for years. Not exactly, you know, as far as the whole Black Hollywood, Black star power in Hollywood, how it's starting to fade, but just the need to collaborate with Nollywood, with Nigeria. Let's
when you
Black box office.
no. After them, it's a wrap.
Do you feel like there's still hope for Black box office?
No. After them, it's a wrap. After Martin and Will Smith, it's a wrap.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just ain't real life.
Real life street stars. You know what time it is.
Are you?
Right. Let me ask you, and again, I know you've been in Hollywood for such a long time. When you see, and I'm gonna stay right here with Bad Boys, Martin Lawrence and Will Smith, rocking the new Bad Boys. I think they're both, Martin's pushing 60. Will is 54, 55.
Right.
To still, let's say, dominate the box office.
That's
does that give you hope for, again, because I thought the Black box office was done.
Okay.
Based on what Tyler Perry, what he's doing over there. I thought, Tubi was our stomping ground. Do you feel like there's still hope for Black box office?
No. After them, it's a wrap. After Martin and Will Smith, is a wrap. Because we don't have after Martin, after Denzel Washington. Because when I was coming up, there were so many. You had Wesley Snipes.
Yeah. Wesley Snipes was Justin Blade. I mean, the Deadpool movie, like they brought him back for a quick little...
but it's small part.
Yeah.
See, watch what I'm about to tell you. Hollywood they did their thing, dog. They pushed all the Black people in a corner. We don't have all the Black TV shows that we had in the 90s. We don't have all the Black cinema movies.
And he's making a great point, especially about this Black sitcoms. Where are the Black sitcoms at? Remember, there was In the House, the Cosby Show. I mean, there were Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Living Single, Martin, the Steve Harvey Show. I mean, you had all these great Black sitcoms. They're non-existent now. I remember when Africans come on here, they say Black Americans, we knew you guys via Sister, Family Matters. We knew you guys via like the Cosby Show. We would watch Black America on the Cosby Show. speed up to 2024, it's Cardi B. It's like the most dysfunctional side of Black America, how the world gets I guess how the world gets to engage Black America is the most ratchet side of Black America. So we went from the Cosby Show, Different Strokes, Martin. Yeah, I mean, Eddie and Malcolm. Yeah, how the world, the globe gets acquainted with Black America now is through ratchet hip hop. Back then, it was through the Cosby Show. So TK Kirkland makes a great point.
Movies coming out on the big screen, like back in the day, like we had movies. You know, so people will say, TK Martin and them still come on. I'm like, yo, that's a rerun, you dumb motherfucker. I'm talking about brand new shows at least 4 times a week. Like we on Fox TV, it was the Black capital of the world back in the day with all the shows that they had.
Color.
You don't see none of that now.
I seen Tashina Arnold
In Living Color. That's another one. Well, that was more of a scripted show or whatever, comedy, whatever you want to call it. But Living Color is another one.
From Everybody Hates Chris, they just announced the show coming back out. I was excited.
Yeah.
Then they said animated series.
Yeah, animated.
I said,
but no, don't be mad. It's really great for them. Do you know you make more money voice over than you do as an actor?
Oh, tell me something. Less work too. I'm
yeah,
assuming.
dog. You get 3 times the money you make when you talking in a cartoon.
Damn, that's game. Okay, okay.
People don't know that. But that's the money is in voice over work.
Damn, okay.
That's where the money is.
All right, tell me something. So what are your thoughts when you see Eddie Murphy, Axel F, Netflix, Beverly? Should they have revived Beverly Hills Cop?
Here's my
leave
opinion.
that alone.
I find that we live in a world that if you give your honest opinion, they call you a hater or it was good, right? So I'm caught.
Tread lightly.
Yeah, I'm caught in the middle, right? I'm caught in the middle because I want to say what my honest feelings is, but I know what the fuck the consequences is going to be at the same time, and that's irritating, right? Because you want to say this shit was fucking horrible, motherfucker, right? But once it goes out,
He's like, oh, this motherfucker.
Right out here, fucking hater, old bitch ass nigga. These are the results that is gonna happen. So you just gotta say, it's all right.
Does TK Kirkland let the comments even get to him though?
No.
I don't.
No.
You don't strike me as a person.
And if I post something early and I'm in a good mood, and my strategy is let me irritate somebody today. So I hope somebody says some dumb shit. Because I know once I go get them, my fans go get them. And that helps engaging and boom, my shit's rolling.
But that says something about our people that we can't critique bad shit. Like if we can't, like at a level, we got to say everything's great just because we don't got too much good shit, I guess.
Because social media has brought everybody walk of life to the table.
Yeah.
Everybody that's on social media, you would not have a conversation with them if you saw them on the street. You would not sit with them at a restaurant. But social media, you talking to some of the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet, low IQ, and guess what? They have an opinion. And sometimes they make sense to the point that even though you know you saying some real shit, because they so ignorant, it will prove my point. Donald Trump went on the Black platform a couple of days ago and said Kamala Harris was Indian. Yeah. The next motherfucking day, the world was saying, that bitch Indian. I don't give a fuck about it. That's what they were saying. That bitch Indian. No one was saying that shit until that ignorant motherfucker went on that platform and said that.
Nah, that's not true. Black people have been questioning Kamala Harris's blackness for a minute now. So I disagree with TK on that one. And shout out to Street Stars, guys. Make sure you go subscribe to their channel. But that's not true, TK. That's not true at all.
And everybody ran with it.
Facts.
They ran with it, dog. That bitch in there. Fuck that bitch.
She got to fight for her blackness now.
Ain't that crazy?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's what happened. Yeah.
Nah, that is crazy. And it's crazy when somebody with no name makes a comment, bullshit person, and then they get reactions or likes or 20, 30, 35 comment like, damn, you're not even supposed to be visible. But yeah.
True.
All right, guys, links in the chat room. We're going to call in and add to the conversation. You're more than welcome to call in and add to the conversation. Link is in the chat room. And like I said, we had an excellent time. We had a great time. We had fun in Nigeria. Like I said, I just got back last week. Yeah, we had a great time. But link is in the chat room. If you guys want to call in and add to the convo, you're more than welcome to call in and add to the conversation. But yeah, I mean, okay, so you have, I guess, what, Michael B. Jordan? Because if you guys don't remember the black movies that were in the 80s and the 90s that were coming out in the box office at theaters, back to back to back. And then you had the black sitcoms, the black talk shows. Like, it's non-existent now. I mean, what we got now? What we got? P-Valley? Does anybody watch P-Valley? Black BMF? Black Mafia Family? I'm not gonna lie. I watched what was it called? Guys, help me out. 50 Cent with Ghost. What was that series called with Ghost? Guys, help me out. I come from a rich, rich town. Doom, doom, doom. Da 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 in the cottage park. Doom, doom, doom. Guys, help me out here. What was it? Guys, what's the name of the series? Power. Power. I like Power. I would say Power is the last. Power, and shout out to Frenchie from the UK. Power, and I guess Top Boys doesn't really count because Top Boys is in the UK. But Power here in America, I didn't watch The Shy. But Power here in America, and Snowfall. But all that shit was about dope dealing and selling dope. Like, no wholesome, family friendly sitcoms or series. So I was into Power, Top Boys, and Snowfall. We got links in the chat room if you want to call in. Do my Top Boy accent. Hold on. Do you have the food? What's up, bruv? What's up, bruv? What's up, bruv? Do you have the food? Do you have the food? Do you have the food? What's up, bruv? Hey, bruv. Hey, bruv. Do you have the food? Do you have the food? So that's how you guys sound. What's up, bruv? You have the food? Do you have the food? Oh, y'all don't like my UK accent? Y'all don't like my UK accent? Come on, man. Y'all don't like my UK accent? That's how they sound. Okay, hold on. Let me try again. What's up, bruv? What's up, bruv? Do you have the food? Do you have the food? I got to get into Supercell. I was watching some of Supercell when I was in Nigeria, but I got to get back into it. Guys, give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, but if nobody's calling in, I mean, let's see. We got Michael B. Jordan. What's Black Hollywood star power look like right now? You got Michael B. Jordan. Like what movie in the box office where you have a black lead where people actually really go get excited to see? Name a black actor or actress who's an anchor right now in Black Hollywood when it comes to the box office. So you got Michael B. Jordan. I'll give you that. Who else? Go ahead, Coty 91. COT. Unmute yourself. You got
Hey, what's up, Diners? Hold on, let me fix my audio really fast.
okay. No, fix his audio. Somebody said Will Smith. But see, Will Smith is old school. You know, like they were saying with Will Smith and Martin. Can I give you Denzel? But
Yeah.
you know, that's all old school. Go ahead, COT 91. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'll say this, Diners. As far as like Black Hollywood collabing with Nollywood, it's definitely something that needs to happen, and it's inevitable because when you look at Nollywood, right? And I've watched some of the Nollywood films and stuff. Some of them are on YouTube and stuff like that, but they're amazing. I mean, just the writing, the I love how they do romance. Romance movies that they make in Nollywood are just absolutely amazing. Excellent directing, and I think that the thing about black, like, when's the last time you saw like a real like Black Hollywood like good like romance film? Like I can't even think. I think the last one I saw was
Love and Basketball, maybe. I don't know.
okay, but there was one with I forgot the actresses that was in it, but it was a Christmas movie. Came out in like 2009 or 2010 or something. I remember I went to the theaters to see it, and it was decent because they didn't have no overweight females in the movie at all. Like all the chicks was nice looking. All the chicks was with no crazy shit. See, what it is Black America, Black Hollywood got carried away with the Medea stuff in the early 2000s, and we started to think that an obese old woman acting like a total clown, that was entertainment, and that's not entertainment. That's a minstrel show. Tyler Perry is a minstrel show. You know what I mean? And but Hollywood, they let him go on for years and stuff, and make those kind of movies and stuff, because that's the kind of stuff that turns certain elements in the American audience on. They like to see us in that type of light, and that type, being clowns, being silly, and not serious roles and stuff like that. But I think that a good break from all that was the first Black Panther movie. It was, that was, and what I like about it is it had Afrofuturism. And that's a genre that I think needs to be explored. There's a lot of, Black, authors and stuff who write about subjects, write about Black futurism.
I was saying your sound was going in and out, but go ahead.
Wait, what's that?
Your sound was going in and out, but go ahead.
It's better? Yeah,
go ahead.
Okay. I said that. Yeah, well, what we need to explore is Afrofuturism, because Black Panthers 1 and 2 were amazing, and that's something that there's a demand for it. That what it shows is that the support for those films in the Black community. What it shows is that there is an interest, especially in Black American audiences, for that type of genre. you know, Afrofuturism, showing like futuristic technology and stuff like that in like a black, you know, a setting with black characters and stuff like that. So definitely that's something that needs to be explored in the future. You know, but yeah, I'll go ahead and leave it at that.
Yeah, I agree. Well, you know, they Disney had the series Iwaju, but I don't know whatever. I don't know what ever really came with it, because I never heard anybody really talk about it. And then right now, all the hot stuff is coming from, like I said, there's Top Boy, you know, there's Supercell right now on Netflix. You know, it's coming from the UK, and it's and a lot, and Iwaju is coming from Nigeria.
Yeah,
So I'm seeing here in America, and then of course, you know, you got people like Yvette Carnell who are complaining about how all of the actors and actresses now in Black Hollywood are all immigrants.
Yeah.
So like Lupita, you know, the guy from Snowfall, you know, all the outside of Michael B. Jordan, all the big ones are immigrants. So, you know, so now
well, we live in an era, we live in the international, you know, era now where where talent is an international commodity now. So this idea of, you know, having like a production with only like Black American actors that are from America and stuff like that, that's becoming a thing of the past in the industry now, because what it is talent is sourced globally now. So they're going for actors who have the training, who have the background and stuff like that. Like the days of just seeing you know, I saw you, you know, I saw this cute little kid and stuff, you know, on my way to the studio, so I decided to bring him to the studio and put him in front of the camera and stuff, and boom, he got the role. You know, now he's a child actor. Now he's on track to being an actor in the adult world like they did in the old days. Those days are over, man. You know, because the talent is sourced differently now. It's sourced, you know, globally. So, you know, if you really are into that field and stuff, you're an actor and stuff, you have to go and really, you know, you got to get an agent, or if you want your child to be involved in that industry, you got to get them in there at an early age. You got to get all their photos and stuff taken and stuff, and sending them out, you know, different agents and stuff, so that their name and their image and stuff can be out there. So that way, hey, when somebody needs a role for this or they need a role for that, they can just pick, you know, your kid is already on the roster, you know, to be up there. Like that's how it works now. Like the days of just, you know, just walking up to the studio and hoping somebody gonna see you and discover you, those days are over, man. It don't work like that no more. The game has changed.
You brought up Tyler Perry. What are your honest thoughts on Tyler Perry?
My thoughts on Tyler Perry?
Correct. Yeah. What are your honest thoughts on Tyler Perry?
Yeah. I already said, you know, Tyler Perry is a minstrel show, man. He a minstrel show, and every movie same movie over and over again, and I mean he's been successful. Don't get me wrong, he's successful in his own right. He's found a way to be successful in his own right, but at the end of the day, he's a minstrel show. Everybody don't want to see, you know, the stuff that he, you know, everybody. Me personally, I'm not a big on his movies. I never really thought he was really all that funny to me. My mom loved him loved it for whatever reason, but my dad hated Tyler Perry. You know, so me personally, I don't rock with the dude. He doesn't make the kind of movies that I really want to see. I prefer more like action, thriller, and futuristic type movies, and I'd like to see more black actors and directors and producers and stuff, and camera people and stuff involved in those types of genres versus like the whole like minstrel show stuff. But I digress on that. That's what I think.
But how do you feel about like your studios? I live in Atlanta. I live down the street from Tyler Perry's studio. Not far.
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel about
Yeah.
Tyler Perry Studios? Just everything he's been able to build. Like, what are your thoughts?
Okay, what the infrastructure side of it is good though. Don't get me wrong. The infrastructure side of it, the fact that the brother got a studio and he making millions and millions of dollars from people, production teams coming there and filming their projects and stuff, and his studio. All the power to that brother. Okay, he worked for that. All the power to that. To him for that. So absolutely, the infrastructure's on the infrastructure side. The dude has been brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So absolutely, that's what I think about that. I mean, yeah, he's been brilliant on the infrastructure.
Oh, how do you feel about 50 Cent building his studio in Shreveport? Are you up on that?
Oh, I'm all for that. If 50 want to build a studio in Shreveport, I'm all for that. And to be honest with you, Dynast, if I was in the industry and stuff right now, I'm kind of like a writer myself. I got little ideas and stuff. I write stuff and I release it on blog. I'm not published or anything like that. So, but I do release stuff to blogs and stuff. But if I ever get to that level and stuff like that, where I'll be filming, a project in a studio, I would definitely go with 50 Cent. Where I'll do business with him before I go with Tyler any day of the week, just because of the optics of it. 50 Cent, I've supported him, his music career, and he's an excellent actor too. Mm-hmm. Damn, have you seen some of his movies and stuff?
Yeah. I saw what was the movie with him and a dude that played in 300? Because it was shot here in Atlanta. I don't
know, but years ago I saw one.
It was real good. He did a good job in this movie, Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah, he did a good job in that. And I remember there was one he did on Netflix years ago where he was like a cop, and it was cool because he was like a cop, like in the South somewhere, but there was a lot of crooked, like racist cops and stuff on the force. And I think that was who else was in there? I think what's the brother that they say that I look like him? The brother that starred in Last King of Scotland. What's his name? The actor.
Whitaker, Forrest Whitaker.
Whitaker, I believe he was in it too. And it was funny because in one of the scenes, like one of the racist, like corrupt cops, like points the gun at 50, and then Forrest Whitaker points the gun at the corrupt racist cop, and then later on, Forrest Whitaker was like, "See, look, I saved you from them crackers, man. I saved you from that crack." It was funny. It was funny though.
Yeah. But the movie with 50 Cent, also Ice Cube's son was in it as well. It was a good movie.
Yeah. Anything with Ice Cube's son as well. I love Ice Cube. I love his son. I love Straight Outta Compton. That project was amazing.
It was called Den of Thieves. Den of Thieves.
Yeah. And I was still surprised that they even allowed Straight Outta Compton to be made. I'm surprised because the way he was exposing like the industry and like Jerry Heller and stuff, and I'm surprised they even allowed that. Like, I don't like, are you or I'm still surprised they even got that project off the ground.
I mean, how could they have stopped it?
Exactly, that's the point. But because he was exposing, the industry too, and he was exposing, like, I'm not gonna say it explicitly, but certain, demographics of people that are prominent in the industry that, have a lot of money in the industry and be running a lot of stuff. He was exposing that. And I'm like, I'm surprised that in Hollywood allowed this. I was shocked, but it was what it was.
All right, cool, guys. Links in the chat room. If you want to call in after the conversation, you can. Link is in the chat room. So where do you, the future of Black Hollywood, how do you see it playing out?
Well, see, here's the thing, Donis. There's going to have to be some kind of collaboration with Nollywood, because I think, and I'm talking about, I would like to see like the independent, like Nollywood people, not even the big people, but like the independent directors and writers and stuff, the people that be putting their stuff on YouTube and stuff. I would like to see them make it, because I think that's the only thing that can save us from like the heavy like LGBT influence that's in the industry now. Like they want to make every movie LGBT movie. They want to make every character LGBT. They want to make everything, you know. And it's like if you're a straight male, what do you have to relate to in these movies anymore? It's like every movie is trying to convert everyone to LGBT. Every movie is got some kind of anti-male, you know, making men like look ridiculous, and you know, in every fucking film and stuff. And it's getting ridiculous at this point. It's getting to a point. There's very little to relate to in a lot of these movies and TV shows anymore for straight men, but for anyone that's straight in general, men and women as well, you know. But that's how I feel. There's gonna have to be some kind of collaboration just to save us from that. Just to save us from you know what the programming that the you know the what you call the traditional Hollywood is trying to put out there and shove down people's throats.
Somebody in the chat room says South African movies are starting to have more LGBTQ. Yeah, well,
You know, that's so unfortunate. Because see, here's the thing. South Africa is, yeah, I understand, you know, the history and stuff, and you know they have the apartheid they have, but I think that I kind of compare like the apartheid movement kind of a little bit to like the civil rights movement in America. Is that it had some good things about it, like getting rid of apartheid. Yeah, that was a good thing, but there were certain themes that come along with it that makes you more susceptible to other things without you maybe even realizing. Like civil rights, right? Kind of, in a way, though, it kind of led to women being more independent. It kind of led to more of a breakup of the black family, because a lot of women, they went into the workforce. They, you know, they got their rights, but they went into the workforce and stuff. That they it's like they felt like they needed the family less and less. And then after that, you saw like much more of a rise in like the LGBT, like same sex culture and stuff. Like less and less people are socialized to be in like a nuclear family with a male and a female, you know, at the head of the household. And it just makes people more susceptible to that type of thing. I think that's what's going on in South Africa. It's unfortunate. But I don't really see a lot of that coming out of West Africa though. Like the Nollywood films, the Nigerian movies and stuff I've seen, I don't see too much. I don't really see that in those films.
Well, yeah. Well, it's that it's illegal in West Africa, but it's legal in South Africa. So that's
yeah. You know, but and to be honest with you, Don, it's kind of good like that. It should be illegal in West Africa, because that's the last thing West Africa needs. West Africa is trying to, you know, they're trying to build themselves up and become strong nations, and you can't do that with that culture. You know, but that you got that type of culture. See, South Africa, because they were under apartheid so long, and that the ANC was in power for so long, they developed more of kind of like this liberal type of culture.
Right.
You know, and that's kind of why I think it's more prevalent down there. It's kind of sad, but it's just it is what it is. I don't know what should be done to address it, but hopefully it can be addressed at some point. But yeah, go ahead.
TT Alua, go ahead. TT Alua, you gotta unmute yourself.
Oh, hey, Dinus, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I just saw this, I'm like, oh, this is exciting. I saw the title, I'm like, yes, I want to be part of this. But yeah, I really like COT was saying, Nollywood movies, they're trying to water it down so much. You guys know about this? I'm gonna say his name, Bobrisky or whatever his name is.
Well, yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah. You heard about what happened at one of the movie? We all know. We heard
about
what
happened at the movie?
I know
he got arrested. I know he got arrested recently.
Oh, I will tell you. So he got arrested because what is his name? Not Odunade, but the second guy, Femi Adebayo, went to go and introduce him as the best. Let me tell you what happened. Really, the girl that was hosting the movie premiere set up Femi Adebayo. Okay, I know all of them, and then set him up to introduce Bobby as the best female dresser, and that really got to a lot of of our females. You know how we get like what? I mean, and I really think that was funny. They really, and what people don't understand is within, I'm saying, like I said, I will always talk about Nigeria because that's where I'm based. Within the Nigerian community, we have a lot of people that are within the colorful brand, but they are undercover. Okay, so this allow a lot of them to flex, and they're getting money from the star. I would call them the star people, letter J-men, the J people. All right, on the other side of the continent, we know what we're talking about, right? So they're getting a lot of money from them to have their movie being produced within the country, within Nigeria. Like that's how a lot of them make big. Okay. So getting that, in order for them to get that money, they're trying to force them to water down as much as possible Nollywood movies. Okay, but we know that we know what is going on. If everybody's paying attention, we know what is going on. I just wish like Africans or West Africans can understand exactly what these people are doing. But right now, they don't care about what they're doing. They're just making their money. They're trying to do it to make their money, or they're trying to do it to be like, it's the next big thing. You don't have to worry about it. It's okay for you to come out of the closet, etc., etc. And I know that it's in Hollywood, a lot of African Americans are straight, are trying to get out of that dystopian of, every one of us are like this. You get what I'm saying? Which is sad, because coming into Nollywood, I want them to teach West Africans why this is a negative image on the Black community. Because West Africa, even when I watch Netflix, I realize two things about Netflix. Netflix makes the foreign movies, it's like a lot of foreign movies, they make them go like naked on the in the movies. Like they have to do some type of provocative movement or moves. But then when I watch like a lot of movies with, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what I noticed on Netflix. When I watch a lot of movies with palm colors, there's not a lot of that going on. I mean, they may do one or two, but they cover them up compared to like a lot of Nollywood movies, or a lot of some even Asian movie. They really like pushing Asian movies to also be like that, and it's really sad, because when I watch this movie, I'm angry, because our people don't understand the context behind what they are doing. Our people are all just all about, I want to make my hand meet. So if Hollywood and Nollywood combine, I want straight Nollywooders that are not under the Star People contract to come in. You got what I'm saying? Not the one that are under the contract. Please, Father, no. I don't want the one under the contract, but the ones that are independent, the one that understand the history, that are doing movies or being actors or musician or whatever, that are doing it for, intentionally doing it, not just to make ends meet. If they come in and explain to Nollywood, like, yo, we cannot have this kind of stuff in our movies because we're not trying to provoke our viewers. We just want to let them have a good time. We just want them to have a good enjoyment without all of this extra stuff in it, and explain to them why, having rainbow people in movies can be a negative reflection on the community or a growing nation as Black as a whole. I really feel like a collaboration that West African movies or Nollywood movies will learn from African Americans actors or actresses that are independent and that are not under the contract. Because I don't trust the one under the contract. Okay, I don't trust them one bit. That's just my perspective.
Okay, guys, links in the chat room. Link is in the chat room if you want to call in after the combo. Please call.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, and if I could address what the sister said.
Go ahead.
I feel like if they pursue the money and say, oh, this is what we got to do to get the money, that's gonna destroy them in the long run. They shouldn't do that. They should stay true to their culture, and and they should stay true to the things that made them successful in the first place. And that is not gonna make them more successful. Okay, the more you look at Hollywood, right? The more of these so-called like woke movies that they make with all of these alternative themes and stuff in them, the more those movies fail. The less money they make. At this point, they just doing it for for mind control. At this point, it's like a they got some sort of an agenda where they're just programming, and they're not even really making money. I don't think Disney is even going to even be around. But a lot of these uh, companies are going to even be around in another 10, 15 years because everything's going to streaming, everything's going to digital and stuff anyways, and stuff like that. But when you talk about Netflix, right? Netflix, you got to be careful with Netflix, okay? Because Netflix has a certain slant, and I know everyone goes to Netflix, but because Netflix is there, but Netflix won't put movies out that have like a conservative or right wing like slant. Like in order to put your film or your project on Netflix, it has to have a certain slant that they agree with. But that's part of the reason why Netflix is, sucks now, why it's failing. Because at one point, like in the 2010s and 2020 teens and stuff, everyone was talking about how Netflix was this, growing company. They put Blockbuster out of business. They put Hollywood Video out of business, and you need to invest in Netflix stock, and and they're gonna revolutionize movies and all that. But you don't hear that kind of talk anymore. Why? Because they weren't woke, and they went to a certain agenda, and they said, hey, we're gonna make movies and have these films and documentaries. Like, even I like to go on there and watch the documentaries, and it's like the crime documentaries and stuff. But even I'm trying to watch a damn documentary, and they got the slant in the damn documentary. They got all this societal. I'm trying to watch a documentary on Pablo Escobar or something like that, and they instead of it being about Pablo Escobar, they make it into this pathetic, sad narrative about how unfair society is. And look, I want to hear about Pablo Escobar. I don't want to hear about all that emotional dumb shit. I just want to watch a documentary about a drug kingpin and how he got up there, and how he got to where he was. I'm interested in that story, not all this crazy shit, all this emotional shit. So we have to make our own platforms too. Like, who's to say that there can't be like a black Netflix or a black owned equivalent of Netflix, where we can approve films and stream films that have a wholesome, message, or they're just entertaining films, that they don't have to be manipulated to certain narratives. But I'll just leave it at that. I digress.
All right, cool, guys. Links in the chat room. Link is in the chat room. If you want to call in after the conversation, please click on the link. Again, if you want to call in after the conversation, please click on the link. Once again, just got back from Nigeria last week. We had a great time in Nigeria. A great time. Very lively group, and we enjoyed ourselves. And we head to Zanzibar next month. So I'll be on the east coast of Africa end of September with another group. So looking forward to that as well. But link is in the chat room. Link in the chat room. Please click on the link if you want to call in and add to the convo. If not, we'll close out here shortly. Cot 91, COT 91. What so you said you write. What else do you do in industry?
I write. I have a blog and stuff like that. But I'm more so interested in writing and stuff. I've had a lifelong interest in it because I love to read as a kid, so I've had a lifelong interest in writing and stuff like that. And I mean, I haven't published anything or anything yet. I'm more so just freelancing and stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely am interested in other people who may be interested in the same thing, or possible collabs or stuff like that. But yeah.
What are your thoughts on AI in regards to the industry?
Well, I don't really care because I know that AI is like first of all, they've probably already been using AI for decades anyways in the industry. I mean, what do you think spell check is? Okay, spell check is AI. Spell check has changed the way people write papers and the way people use diction and stuff. Okay, because of spell check. Okay, everybody's so, oh, the AI and stuff. I'm like, bruh, I didn't had spell check we didn't have spell check since 2001. Since 2002, I remember using that shit in second grade in the computer lab at school and stuff. In third grade, we had spell check. Okay, it's just all this stuff about well, the AI. Well, here's the thing. AI is nothing without human input into the system. That's all AI does is it looks at stuff that humans do. It looks at patterns and stuff that humans make, and it just tries to replicate those patterns. That's all it does. And then what it does is dependent on whatever variables a person puts into it. So if you want the AI to make a romance film, it's going to look in the database that it has of romance films, and it's going to try to write a film that has certain words in it or certain themes in it that it has seen in the database of these other romance films. And it's just going to spit something. It's going to spit something out that that resembles that. Okay, but it's not really going to produce anything original. It's just going to look at things that have already been done and say, well, how can we replicate these things that have already been done, and how can we replicate the diction that was used and the words that were used and the themes that were used. And that's all that is. So I don't really care about it at all, man. I'm not, all I know is AI can't replicate the things that I write. Like the way my mind works and the way I write, AI can't create that. Okay. It can try to do it after I release it. It can look at it and try to replicate it after I'm done writing it, but it cannot come up with my original ideas. But I digress. Yeah.
All right, cool. TK Lou, you wanted to add something?
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, AI is something I don't support because I would not support it. It take away the originality, like COT was saying. It take away the originality from the artist. That's my belief. I just feel like we shouldn't even implement or even associate ourselves with AI at all. That is their creation. And it's not. I know a lot of people are getting into it. A lot of people think, oh, AI this, AI that. But at the end of the day, it's like you're training a dog to do what you need it to do. Does that make any sense?
No, it makes sense.
So when you train the dog and the dog see how much training you have given it, at the end of the day, it can still kill his master. That's kind of what it sees. If he doesn't like the result that you're doing with him, it's going to eventually get rid of the master and find another one. So that's kind of what I see in AI. It's to me, I don't fancy it. I have used it a couple of times. Then when I read over the things like I write. When I read over the things that I wrote, I'm like, this makes no sense. Then I had to go back and then retype. Like I just finished writing. I'm not even gonna lie. I just finished writing a whole proposal for a project I'm gonna start on, and I use the AI to like analyze what I'm doing. But then when it did, it was giving me some wording that I really don't associate with because it's not showing the intention behind my proposal or behind my project. You get what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, it doesn't make sense at the end of the day. So I don't think we should pay attention to artificial intelligence at all. And plus, it's getting rid of the human thing that they're really focusing on is pissing me off. Yeah.
All right, cool, guys. Listen, we'll go ahead and close out. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, family, Dynasty Mirror Search for Haru. Peace.